That was my guilty pleasure for like a month and a half, 2 months. I was on it. What's the ah, baby, I like it like boom, 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 stomp, boom, 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 down, box, boom, dump, boom, boom, boom. That song went fucking hard. That song went super hard. I was down for that song. I bumped it many a day. I walked up and down State Street, just walk dancing my ass to that Cardi B song. It was fire. And it's not even about the WAP song she just made. It's, though that was what sort of brought me up, because I see the ladies out there. I see the ladies that are trying to be spiritual, and they're trying to be self-empowered women, and they're trying to activate the feminine, and they're doing it, and they're goddesses, and they're slaying, and they're fucking doing the thing. You know what I mean? They're doing the thing. And then Cardi B drops the WAP song, and they all just like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So take away the fact that she's a woman. Take away the context of the song and the music and the presentation of the music, and just see her as an individual, a human. See her as a human individual, and her actions, and how she's portrayed in our relationship to her. Well, our relationship to her is we celebrate her. She's a celebrity. We celebrate her. We admire her. Our children admire her. Our children know the words verbatim to her songs, her music. Probably more children than adults with her demographic. And so our relationship through the media to her is someone that should be praised, someone that's glamorous. This is the style that we sort of wish to attain, that complete freedom to do whatever you want, to just be a total badass. Look at this, she's a queen, this and that. She doesn't give a fuck. She's just raw. Don't give a fuck. She's Cardi B. She is who he is. Yeah, I love that shit. You know what I mean? That's the sort of relationship. That's the area of our lives that she activates. But then you look at her as an individual, the things she's done and talks about doing. And the one I want to bring up most importantly is someone that drugged and robbed people. Openly admits to drugging and robbing people and sort of laughing about it. Now, people do fucked up things. I've done fucked up things. But to show no remorse over the things and to sort of laugh about the things that I've done as if they weren't a big deal. And then for the media to portray that notorious lifestyle of drugging and robbing people as, right, that's who she is, that's what she's done. And then go back to the relationship between how that woman interacts with this society is the media. That's the bridge between her reality and ours. And that bridge glorifies her, celebrates her, presents her in this sort of, it's kind of like Donald Trump, you know what I mean? Like how Donald Trump is portrayed as this man who doesn't give a fuck. He says what he wants. He says how he wants to say it, and everyone's sort of like, I love that he speaks his mind. You know what I mean? I love that about him. And it's like sort of the same thing. Oh, we love how raw and gangster Cardi B is. We love that she robs people and drugs people and gets away with it and laughs like it's not a big deal. But then you got to realize, you know, if you're an average person, whatever, if you're sort of an NPC, if you're a sheep in the flock, then by all means, do your thing. But if you're one of these people that want to be empowered and you want to be a good person, right? If you want to build a world that's going to be a truly respectful world that takes care of everything inside it, the people, the plants, and truly gives a fuck, like that requires a different caliber of person. You know what I mean? It's not about man. It's not about woman. It's not about it's about, we worship that. Like we idolize Cardi B, who openly drugs and steals from people, you know what I mean? And laughs about it as if it were no big deal. That's like, I mean, I shouldn't have to make a video explaining, like I've been talking for 5 minutes now. It shouldn't take 5 minutes of explanation to be like, hey, we shouldn't celebrate people who drug and rob people. You know what I mean? Like that's the world we live in, though. And I'm not saying, oh, the world's fucked up now. This is, by the looks of it, how the world has always been. At least from the history books in medieval Europe and the Aztecs that were cutting people's hearts out, you know, while they were still alive, and the ancients that were sacrificing their children. They're probably still doing it today, but like we celebrate, or we're tricked into celebrating notorious people, and not only do we celebrate them, we defend them. You know, like there's people who love Cardi B that watch my YouTube video, and they might not comment it because, or they might, but they'll be like, fuck that, Cardi B's the shit. Or you'll, because Cardi B's this and she represents that, and it's like, they'll defend her. We all defend our favorite people, no matter how fucked up they are. That's pretty fucked up to drug and rob someone. It's pretty gangster. Like, that's not something I'm going to be celebrating. You know what I mean? Or it's not something I want to be celebrating. Because like I said, I was bumping that song. I can't remember that song that I was singing earlier. The friggin', or maybe that was on the first take. Was that on the first take? What was this song? How'd the song go again? It was a banger. What was it? Baby, I like it like I like blah, I like blah blah blah. Like it's called a guilty pleasure for a reason. Like, think of the words and how we use them. Like, oh, that's my guilty pleasure, because I know it's fucking wrong. Like, I know I shouldn't be celebrating this shit, but you got me this time. You know, my guilty pleasure. So fair enough, you got me on that one. I don't know. It's just, it's tricky, man. Like, one day you think you got a handle, and then the next day you realize how insidious. Like what insidious means, I use it a lot, but I use it in a very particular way. So I'll tell you how I mean insidious, is by it gets under your skin without you realizing that it's doing it. It's like it's like sneakiness mixed with a tick that burrows into your skin. You know what I mean? And it latches. It doesn't let go. It fucking latches onto you. For the most part, you're unconscious of it. That's what I mean by insidious, and that's the danger of programming, the danger of, you know, streaming Netflix all the time, going to the movies all the time, reading these mainstream books all the time, is that in a way they're all programming us. And we don't realize it. So you guys gotta be careful. Be careful who you celebrate. You know what I mean? Be really careful who you, because celebrating is another form of worship. You guys realize that, right? Celebration, worship. Like, celebrate the Lord, worship the Lord. Like, it's the same fucking word. A celebrity is someone that you literally worship by definition. You give them your energy. You give them your time, your focus. You give them your money by purchasing their things. Like, you give them your mind, body, and spirit. You do drugs and you dance all night and fuck your body up to their music. Like, you're donating all of your life force, mind, body, and soul to these celebrities that you celebrate and worship. And if they're not, if that shit ain't making you a better person, like, you gotta cut it out, plain and simple. Especially music, you guys. Like, music is a whole different sort of programming. Like, movies are. There's just nothing like music. You sing to the words, you dance, you've got movement, you've got voice, you've got extreme repetition. The beat of music, think of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. It's hypnotic. That's what all rhythm does. You see the swing the pocket watch back and forth to get that proper rhythm to hypnotize someone. Is because that rhythm back, forth. Remember we read Interview with the Devil. What did the devil call it? How the devil gets people. By hypnotic rhythm. Cardi B is the devil's hypnotic rhythm if I've ever fucking heard it, you guys. Like, let's just be real. Like, let's just see it as it is and take away, you know, take away the glam, take away the glitter, take away the gender that she's a woman. Like, it's not about being a man, a woman. It's not about, you know what I mean, old, young. It's about the quality of energy that is on the table and our relationship to that energy. The quality of energy of someone who mocks and laughs about drugging and robbing someone and celebrating. It's like I was talking to my friend about it earlier. It's like partying with the devil. You're gonna have one fucking hell of a time, but you know, a few years later, you realize that you've lost your soul. So just be mindful. That's all I'm saying. Just be mindful. Take it easy, you guys. Thanks. If you're new to the channel and I haven't pissed you off at this point, feel free to subscribe, like, comment. I appreciate all the love and support that you guys have been given. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. See you soon.